Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Manny and Sean
Why are you laughing?
because the bars were really loud. Anyways, welcome back to the Manny and Sean experience. We're going old school this week, just audio for your audio listening pleasure. We're going to tackle some trending topics, hot topics, whatever you want to call it. Stick around, stay tuned.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Manny and Sean experience. So glad that y'all could join us today. Manny is having an absolute fit.
I don't know what's wrong.
I don't know why.
Maybe
These
it's 'cause
bars are kind of big.
Maybe it's because I'm so hungry.
This episode is going to be our usual fun episode, I think.
Who knows?
Who knows? We will see what happens.
It's a motherfucking mystery.
But let's get into it. How are you doing today?
I'm doing super fantastic. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good.
I can't complain. It is Friday. It is the end of the week. We're going into the weekend.
Yeah, it's nice to not be on video because I'm just sitting here.
Yes, you are.
I mean, your hair looks a mess.
And if you could see my face right now, because you didn't have to say that. Anyway, so we thought that we would just have an episode where we talk about the current headlines in the news. Some of these are going to be political, some not. So get ready for the usual Manny and Sean banter in the mixtape.
Yeah, how's everybody out there doing? I hope you're doing well and taking care of yourself. I always feel that I need to say that. This rubber band on the right side of my mouth, all I hear is squeaky, 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 squeaky.
We'll see you on the other side of the mixtape.
See you on the other side of the war.
You're in the mix.
Hey, y'all, welcome back to the mixtape. This is your same host again, Manny.
Did they forget?
I don't know. There's no video this time.
So they don't know my voice from your voice?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know people's brains.
Go ahead.
Anyway, so on our quest of our topics this week, I got one somewhat politicky and then one somewhat kind of funny.
I'm sorry, what?
Politicky.
Okay. You got one politically clean and one funny?
It's not funny. One entertaining, I think.
Okay. Do you want to go back and forth? Do you want to take?
We can go back and forth.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Fine. So I'm gonna start with politicky first and get him out of the way.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, get they out of the way. Okay. Because
them?
I don't know what their pronouns are, and I want to be cognizant of my Google Keep.
Okay. Your Google Keep.
Okay. So recently, Florida students were protesting the closure of an LGBTQ center at the University of North Florida.
Mm-hmm.
University of Florida. No, not the University of Florida. Nobody wants to go there. The University of North Florida was actually ranked as top 40 university in the country for LGBTQ friendliness.
Okay.
Now, with the extremists of the state of Florida, they passed that Don't Say Gay bill, which now expands to universities and colleges and anything that's diversity, DEI, LGBTQ needs to be shunned and put back in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
So recently, the students at University of North Florida were protesting the closure of not only the LGBTQ center, but they were also closing other centers on campus that include the Office of Diversity and Inclusion, the interfaith. All right, I'm going to blame the aligners on that one. Intercultural and Women's Center. So they're going to close all the little diversity centers because
of the don't say
we
gay
can't
bill.
have diversity in Florida, apparently.
The state is basically a garbage fire when it comes to.
It's that dumpster fire that's running down the road with the fire in it. I love to use that Bitmoji. It's like me sipping a soda and then the dumpster is on fire. That's what it's like.
Pretty much. Diversity is something that is a bad word here. Our governor and our legislators have made sure that diversity is a bad word here, and that anything that you do that is diverse should be shut down and canceled, and no money should go towards it. I find it obviously it's very sad because students, women, people of interfaith now don't have somewhere to go on that campus anymore. And I'm hoping that those people like either form like a Facebook group or some kind of.
Well, they said that, excuse me, they said that any student-led organizations, I don't know why I laughed, any student organization can still operate. It just cannot be sanctioned
by the school.
the university. So the groups can continue, but the resources are pretty much gone.
Well, I mean, you still kind of killing it then. I mean, yes, people can still congregate, but I'm sure they relied on those resources to help bring in guests or bring in supplies that they need.
Well, I mean, one of the students said that she found community there because she knew she was different, but didn't know, what that meant to her in terms of being LGBTQ plus.
Mm-hmm.
And she found her tribe, I guess, there, and was able to understand more about the LGBTQ plus community and all that. So, you can still have a club that does that, but you also have professionals in those offices that provided the support and resources that maybe a student-led organization, not to diss it, because I think those are important, but maybe a single standing student-led organization can fully do what the Office of LGBTQ Center was providing there for students.
Right. It's sad. It's just another punishment for people that are different here.
Yeah, it's definitely a punishment. And I'm just like, I don't get, I haven't talked with Scott in our previous episode. He brought up a good point. Republicans are going to have their Republican values.
And that's fine.
And we can argue those. And that's where I'm at. That's fine. You have a problem with LGBTQ people and diversity for whatever reason. That is beyond my level of understanding. But you don't need to start chopping down resources for students in different organizations. This one goes beyond LGBTQ. It's women, intercultural, interfaith. You just shot down everything and y'all are all about the damn Bible.
Hypocrites. We say it all the time, but hypocrisy. I can't. I'm not even gonna divulge anymore into it because we've talked about how bad things are here. And I have a story about that in my section too. So.
Oh, okay, girl. Oh. Well, I mean, that's all I wanted to say on that. I just, USF here, I guess, can I say that on the podcast? I used to work at the University of South Florida.
Is that going to hurt you somehow?
I don't know. But we had a big, Office of Multicultural Affairs and all that. I haven't heard much on what USF is doing. I feel like USF is kind of navigating on a lower end. In my prediction, I feel the USF president was positioned there by this Republican-led board of governors and governor. So I'm pretty sure they're quietly just closing everything down there too. But I'd be interested to know what other schools are doing, even though the way the law reads, no state funds can go towards
Diversity.
anything in diversity, equity, and inclusion.
My whole thing with diversity is that it is not just a race thing, right?
Well, and that's the thing. Not to cut you off.
No.
That's how they see it. It is all about race.
Right.
And somehow a subcaption of LGBTQ people.
But diversity is so much more than that, because it also includes people of different, what is the word that I'm trying to use? I don't want to say, it's not disabled, but like, what's the word?
Well, sir, if you don't know the word, I sure as hell don't know what you're trying to say, honestly.
Well, differently able people. I guess that is the correct way to say that. It is about, it also includes race, but it also includes people that identify as LGBTQ plus. It's women of different, it's people of different faith. Like, diversity means so many different things just besides race, is what I'm trying to get at.
According to the Oxford Dictionary, diversity is a practice of equality, of including or involving people from a range of different social and ethnic backgrounds and of different genders, sexual orientations, etc.
And that is where I feel like their whole argument falls apart, because they say that getting rid of diversity will help diversity, which to me, like, the whole point of it is to include everyone. But when you take it away, I feel like you're actually excluding all those people.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I don't understand it. And I guess we can go around in circles here today about it, but I don't understand what the big deal is. It's important that we have diversity. This country was founded on a group of diverse people. And we call ourselves the melting pot, the welcoming country, but we want to exclude anything that is not of one particular race. And I got to use that loosely now too, because data shows that there's a lot of people now in the Latino community, Black and brown community that are just following these same lines. And I just kind of sit behind at that dumpster fire again. And I'm like, what is happening? Are we losing all common sense of life?
We're not a monolith, right?
Who?
A monolith. It means that we're not a singular. When you say Latinos, no, you can't say that all Latinos are Democrats, for example. And same with Black people. We can't say that all Black people are Democrats. There are Black Republicans. There are Black independents. Same for Latinos. Same for white people.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be like monolithically, this race is this way.
Yes, I get that.
When it comes to this, though, I feel like, yes, there are Latinos and Blacks that feel that way about diversity,
Right, and that's my point. And I know everybody has different values and different beliefs, but I'm like, you as a diverse person that may have come up through the struggle, now you're just like, yes, absolutely, do away with these initiatives and resources for students that might have been in the same place you were back when you were going in college, which was probably less free than it was at this point.
Right.
So that's just my thing. Like when I see Latinos, at least representation of my community, and I hear them say these things about, diversity needs, there's no need for diversity and inclusion. And I'm like, and then you turn around, you're like, well, everybody thinks we're Mexican. Everybody thinks we're one giant race from Mexico.
Right.
And you're okay with that?
They will place y'all all in a box and be like, Mexican, go back to your country. And there are people here from Venezuela. There are people here from Costa Rica. There's people here from Puerto Rico.
Everywhere.
Like, everywhere.
So that's just, I'm like, so you as a person that has migrated to this country are okay with this country saying that we can take away anything that is specific conversation about diversity because this is America and you are American. And there's nothing else that's different to you.
Yeah.
Like that's where I go off the wall because I don't get it. And I think these resources, having worked at university, are important to students. Every student walks a different path in life. And when they finally get to that university, that may be where they find themselves. And now they have nothing.
Right.
Because they're saying we're indoctrinating kids.
We could go off on
We
the
can go
topic
on
forever.
But let us know what you think. Drop it in the comments. Send us a rude email. I don't know.
A Rudy.
Let's move on.
All right. So I'm going to just stay in the same car with you. We're still in Florida because, it takes forever to get out of the state.
Girl, Florida gives you a lot of news. If you're listening to us from somewhere else, you don't even have to worry. You don't even Google America. Google what is happening in Florida. And you're going to get at least 10 days of reading. From deaths to alligators to, anyways, go ahead.
So it came out this week. Another punishment for the LGBTQ, that Florida is now banning transgender people from updating their driver's license. Mm-hmm. The Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles quietly announced the change in a memo late last week.
Internal
to county tax collectors, because that's where you get your license. Before, residents could change their gender marker by submitting either a court order for a name change or an official physician's letter for proof of gender transition. Because you had asked me that question, like, what if they are... I'm sorry, I just said the ice cream truck and it threw me off.
It's that'd be weird. Why is there ice cream truck?
No. Yeah, you had asked me if someone was transitioning or had transitioned, can they still change it? It seems like that's not the case. Mm-hmm. Whether you've transitioned or you just starting out, they're like, no.
Got it.
It's crazy to me because I watched a video of a reporter interviewing a trans woman who is going to school here. She was born and raised here. And she was like, it's sad that the state that my family's from, where I grew up and where I loved, now I can't be the person that I am here. And it seems like that they just want to punish me so that we don't want to live here anymore and we just move out of this state. It seems like a lot of these laws that is their goal, to force the gayness out of Florida.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people talk about the Civil War of this time. And I feel like that's how we're approaching the Civil War. It's not getting the muskets out and shooting. It's what laws the laws are the muskets. They are the ones that will be created, passed along, that move people out of the state and create that rich conservative state that they so much wish to have.
Yes.
That's a really good analogy.
It is a good analogy.
Thank you.
Basically, the access to identity documents is crucial in the daily life, impacting activities like work, voting, travel, engagement with government government institutions. That's the word I was trying to say. And it ensures that everyone, including transgender people, have accurate official documents such as driver's license is vital for upholding our institutional rights. That was said by one of the Democratic senators for the state.
The peoples.
But it's true, because now if you are just out here trying to be living your life and you either get pulled over or you have to show your driver's license for identification at a bar or something, and they look at it and you are presenting as female, and then it says male on your driver's license, then people are going to have questions. And then we've created this will probably embarrass the individual that is just trying to maybe have a cocktail somewhere, right? So now we've opened up a whole scenario and scene for them where they can't even go out and feel free enough to maybe have a drink, because now they know that they're going to have to expose to just this regular ass person that, yes, I'm trans. I can't change my license. I would just like to go into the bar. And you don't know if someone's going to discriminate against you because of that either. So,
yes.
Yes.
There will be discrimination.
I know. So it's hard enough, and we say this all the time, it's hard enough for the trans community as it is. Here's just one more kick while you're down.
Yeah.
Just one more.
And listen, I know there's people out there that don't understand what being trans means.
And that's okay.
And that is 100% okay. That's you. But I don't know that we need to continue to pass laws that single out that community. Like, if you don't agree, you don't understand, that's fine. That's your personal belief. But I don't believe that we need to be creating laws to restrict these things. Because like you said, you're just creating a terrible life for somebody here that's going to be very challenging. Which again goes back to the Civil War of this time, because these people will probably start moving. Like you and I, we're like, we probably need to leave this rotten dumpster fire state.
Right. But at the same time, it's like, if you move somewhere, will the actions of 2024 cause that to be invalid anyway? Because if they seize control, they could make federal laws that would discriminate against people in the community. But like you said, like a lot of people don't understand what being trans is or what it's like. And that's fine. We all have different walks of life. No one that isn't Black doesn't know what it is like to be Black in America. And no one that has immigrated into this country from a Latin country doesn't know what it's like to be that person in this country. And that's another thing I feel like America lacks, is empathy for people. I feel like it used to be that way. But nowadays, everything is such a cultural war where I don't like you, I don't like your community, I don't like what you stand for, and I want to make sure that you get punished for just being who you are. And no one has any kind of empathy for anyone anymore. It's all about me. It's all about my team. Go team. I don't care if it hurts you or someone else or family. That doesn't matter to me. I'm all rah, rah, rah team.
Mm-hmm. That's the way it's turned into. I got a random question.
Okay.
Just popped in my head. If you had a friend and, you guys were good friends,
mm-hmm.
and they came out to you and said, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump.
A random friend?
It's a friend.
Am I close to this friend?
They're not in your first circle, but maybe in your second circle.
Go ahead.
How would you respond to that?
My first question would be why? And I would just like to hear their explanation as to why they would vote for him.
Mhm.
And, once again, this is America and you're free to make the choices that you make. I am also free to make the choice that I don't want to be your friend anymore if I don't want to.
That was my follow-up.
Listen, I'm not necessarily going to cut someone out of my life if they are part of my circle. Voting for, once again, it would really depend on their answer to my why, because I really need to understand why you would vote for this person.
Mhm.
And there are some people that we know that are one issue voters, right? They just care about abortion and they hate him for everything else. But, he was hard on abortion. He got Roe v. Wade overturned. I mean, he didn't really, but, he stacked the court. So whatever.
Semantics.
So they're like, yeah, I hate that he did this and he did that and he says this. But, he got that done. So I voted for him. That kind of thing irritates me because even if you feel that strongly about abortion, the policies that side puts out that hurts so many other people. And I don't understand. I just don't understand it. And that's just me. That's how I feel about it.
Well, and that's why I asked the question.
And that's what I would ask that friend. And they better have a good answer for me. A good answer.
Well, I personally don't. I don't know. I mean, you don't want to cut people out, but I don't get it, and I don't understand it, and I do know people that do vote for him, and my brain is like, so a vote for them is essentially a vote against me, is how I see it, and I know that's not 100% accurate,
Right.
and it might be a little selfish because I dismiss their political beliefs or values, whatever, but it's like, if you really loved me and the people of the community, you're okay voting for a person that will row the crowds to diminish or restrict.
It's hard, right? Because everybody has their individual values. Everybody has their individual reasons for voting for whoever they vote for. And it is difficult to try to be around said person. Like, if said person is a great person in other aspects of their life, in their relationship with you, I can't really fault you for whatever beliefs or values that you hold, because I hold my own. And I don't want to be the other side and try to force my beliefs or values upon you. But in the same tone of talking about empathy, I don't see how I could morally, in my heart of hearts, vote for someone, even if I knew that, it was a strong issue that I cared about and they were going to be able to do something about it. But if I knew voting for that person would also devastatingly hurt the people that I care about, I'm not sure I would be able to do that. And I'm speaking for myself, because I'm not putting that on anybody else. But some people, their moral compass is a bit different than other people.
Sure.
And why they could, and I know what you're saying, like, how could you say that you love me and then vote for someone that could literally take my rights away? And I don't know how to navigate that.
I don't either. That is the question out there. Like, how do you know? And I think a lot of members of the community struggle with that.
Agree.
Well, that was an insightful conversation. To add to that, you can't wear a rainbow lapel flag no more in the state of Florida.
You know, I was with everything for spite.
So my fun one, and we may lose you here. I'm excited for Epic Universe. And if you don't know what Epic Universe is, it is Universal Orlando Resort's newest theme park opening sometime
in 2025.
In 2025.
They took away the summer part.
They took away the summer part. Maybe it's going to open earlier. Maybe it's going to open later. I feel like
it might open earlier.
Yeah, the progress on it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or pretty ahead of schedule. This is like the first major theme park being built since like Animal Kingdom. I know Universal calls their Volcano Bay a theme park, but I'm like, it's a water park. Stop it. And you built it over Wet and Wild's property. But yeah, I got really excited for it because they confirmed the universes, as they call it, that will be in it. And I'm excited for 2. One of them we already kind of really knew. Super Mario was coming, so there was no excitement there.
I'm excited.
Well, I'm excited for it, but I already knew it was coming.
Okay.
I'm glad they confirmed that How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, will be a universe, which I'm a huge fan of How to Train Your Dragon. It's such a cute movie.
You know, there's like 4 or 5.
I know. I'm very behind.
I don't know if I've seen the second one, to be honest with you.
I think we did see the second one.
Okay.
After that, we didn't. But I just love the movie. It's so cute.
I just love Toothless.
Oh, he's so cute. Makes me want to cry. And then the other universe I'm excited for is Dark Universe, which is based on Universal Monster.
Which they tried to make a cinematic universe, but it didn't work out for them. But now it's a theme park thing.
Hey, it's going to become a cinematic universe now because actually, I don't know what the hell that means.
Like they tried to make it like the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, okay. Like using their characters to make movies.
And so they started with The Mummy, with the short man, Tom.
That doesn't know. I don't know actors. Tom Petty.
Is he a race car driver?
I'm not sure.
He jumped on Oprah's couch.
I don't care.
The fuck is his name? Tom. Why y'all? I know y'all screaming in y'all cars like now.
Thomas Edison.
He used Tom Cruise. Oh my god, Thomas Edison.
I don't know. Maybe he's not dead.
No, Tom Cruise. He was in that.
Everybody tells us things.
That was the first movie in the cinematic universe.
That was so long ago.
And not that. You know which Mummy? The new Mummy, not the old Mummy.
There's
that was
a new Mummy.
Oh my god. Never mind.
What? In 2017?
Did it come out in 2017?
Oh, The Mummy Returns in 2021?
Yeah.
No, that was 2001. Are you sure?
Oh my god, no.
I think you're crazy.
The Mummy, Tom Cruise.
Anyways, we're going off the rails here. So the Dark Universe will be part of...
Wow, that movie did come out in 2017.
I told you. That was a long ass time ago.
It don't even feel like it was... Okay, never mind. But yes, that was going to be the first one. And then they were going to build off of that into the other monsters.
Now they're going to have a whole area in a theme park. So maybe they can accomplish it now.
Maybe. I'm excited.
But they're going to focus on the werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember the other two.
Frankenstein.
And then Frankenstein's wife, girlfriend,
the
side piece.
The Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, is that his main chick?
Sure. They showed Wolfman Dracula, Dr. Frankenstein. I don't know if they showed the Bride of Frankenstein, but it's probably because in that area they have the Wolfman is a roller coaster ride, a family coaster, and then they have a big dark ride, which I think features Frankenstein and probably the other monsters as well.
Got it. Well, I'm excited for Wizarding or How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, you about to say Wizarding
Absolutely.
World.
How to Train Your Dragon, Dark Universe. Epic Universe will also include the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic. And then,
He's not a Potter fan.
listen, I don't, if you like the whole thing, go ahead. But let me tell you something. Why the fuck Universal got 3 fucking areas for this whole franchise of things? Like, you could have created a whole new universe that's never been done, and you just coming over here just making this money off of Harry Potter. I get it. It's money. Everybody gonna come. But like, I wanted to see something new, something different, something that you haven't already tried making.
Well, they know that Harry Potter brings in the people.
I know
so
it does.
they're like,
I'm not stupid on the business side of it. But and then the final universe they're gonna
somebody said they should, not to cut you off, somebody said they should have done
what you did.
Jurassic Park instead of Jurassic World instead of
Ooh,
Harry Potter.
That would have been nice.
It would have been cool.
Because I would love to be in that
bubble.
bubble ride. Oh my, that would be so much fun.
But you got Harry Potter instead.
Anyways, and the final universe is Celestial Park, which is, as they said, bringing the park back into theme parks. There's going to be an area with restaurants and lots of flowers and water. It's going to have a roller coaster. What do they call it?
I don't
know. It's a fancy not roller coaster. It's a fancy carousel. It does have a roller coaster as part of Celestial Park. So I'm excited for Epic Universe. I think it'll be a fun theme park. Then again, we haven't been to Universal and all the new shit they've made. So we should probably catch up and then get excited about Epic Universe. But that was my fun one. Are you guys excited for Epic Universe opening in 2025 in Orlando, Florida? If it has not become a Confederate state. Present your passport before you come into Florida.
Oh my God.
You have your northern passport?
So back to me.
I'm sure, always.
So I don't know if you guys have heard about this story. It was pretty big towards the beginning of January.
I was celebrating my birthday.
It is the mystery death.
Cue the murder mystery music.
He loves saying murder mystery, yeah. Of
true crime.
3 Kansas City men.
3 Kansas City men.
Who were found dead in their friends.
Dead. Okay, sorry.
In their friend's backyard. And they had been there for 2 days.
They must have been roasting.
Roasting? They were freezing.
It's cold. Oh, it's January. That's right. Picture it. A cold day anywhere.
Kansas.
Go Chiefs.
Yeah, they were watching the game. Okay, so let me explain it to y'all. So, there were actually 5 people in the house in total.
Mm-hmm. All the bros watching the game.
They were watching the playoff game, and the guy that actually owns the house said he was tired and he was going to bed. And
suspect.
Now, here's where I heard conflicting things. At first, when I heard this story, they said that he went up to stairs to go to sleep, and his friends were still in the house.
These must be really good friends.
Which, was suspect. Because if I'm going to bed, y'all got to go.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed.
I said I'm going to bed. Why aren't you leaving?
Your first warning is me putting away all the snacks.
Right.
And once I start spraying down the counters, that
you
means
really
you need to get the fuck out.
So now I'm hearing that he actually was sleeping on the couch.
Sleeping on the couch.
And he said that he said goodbye to his friends. So he said he saw them leave the house.
Okay, so he kicked them out. The new report says.
Right.
Or
according to him.
According to him. But according to the original story, he's like, hey, girl, hey, I'm going to go up. I'm tired. Y'all, mi casa is su casa. And he went to sleep.
Right. Okay. So
we got 2 scenarios here. This is a murder mystery.
We'll see who's wrong and who's right. So for 2 days, he works from home. So he didn't go out.
It's cold.
He didn't leave the house. Apparently, his friends' vehicles were still parked on his street. But he said,
it's a street parking. It ain't in front of my house. So it could be like Rhonda's car down the street.
I guess. He said he didn't leave the house for 2 days. Apparently, a concerned family member came over to his house, was banging on the door, and he said he didn't hear them because he had on noise-canceling headphones. So what happened was one of the guy's fiance, she was like, enough is enough. She went over to the house, knocked on the door. Nobody came to the door. So she went around.
Oh, she started snooping.
Yeah, because she was like, where's my man?
Oh, she need that.
Good. Anyway, so she got over the fence or through the back to grandmother's house.
Breaking and
I don't know.
entering. Breaking and entering.
She was trying to find her man.
She breaking and entering.
So when she did get into the backyard, she noticed one of the other guys that her fiance was with, and he was dead.
He was dead. I thought he was like chilling.
No, yeah, I mean, he was.
Well, he was on the rocks.
So then she looked over and she found her fiance, who was also dead. So
is there any like gun wounds?
No.
Huh.
She called 911. And then
can you imagine sitting there in your office working from home? You see all these motherfucking cops just coming to your house?
I cannot.
Because I'm sure they didn't send one. They probably sent like 46 cars. Dead people.
So she called the police. The police came. They found the 3 bodies. The guy who owns the house was shocked.
So there was 5 friends.
Yes. So there were 5
3
friends.
bodies.
3 bodies.
One may have told his friends, Mi casa, su casa, went to sleep, or may have fell asleep on the couch and said goodnight to everybody. There was a missing man.
The missing man left. He said he left around midnight.
Does the work from home person?
The work from home person said he went to bed or went to sleep around 2.
Okay, so the missing man
left at 12.
Is he still alive?
Yes, he is still alive.
Okay, so there's only 2 people that know the truth to the story.
Yes. I mean, they have questioned the 5th guy, but he didn't have any answers
the house owner now the suspect at large?
So the police said they are not treating this as a homicide. Here's the funny thing.
Not as a homicide.
Here are the things. So he was handcuffed and taken down to the station the night that she called the police. And they discovered the bodies. 2 days later, he packs up all his shit, puts it in storage, and he checks himself into rehab.
Okay.
For a drug problem.
Okay.
It just came out today.
Oh, breaking news. Except when this comes out, it'll no longer be breaking.
So the preliminary toxicology report has come back.
Uh-oh.
And it seems that they had found cocaine,
cocaina,
THC,
marijuana,
and 3 times the amount of fentanyl that would kill an adult.
Okay.
In their system.
So it sounds like we're gonna go watch the game, have a lot of drugs, because that's a lot of drugs.
Right.
And then I just went outside and I died.
Well, according to his friends, the guy that owns the house, he is known as the chemist. So he is a HIV scientist.
Oh.
That's his job. But in high school, people were saying that he's known for making drug concoctions.
Oh, so he made them.
So
he's
again,
going to jail regardless.
This is speculation. This is no one knows for sure. He has checked himself.
Going to jail.
He has a lawyer.
Homicide.
He is currently in rehab. So obviously he had a drug issue. Now finding drugs in their systems is not looking great for him, though. But
because they'll say he made a concoction.
The police are still saying that they're not treating it as a homicide. So,
I mean, it could be, but also like you decided to partake in said drugs,
right?
So,
but So they hang out a lot. So this might not have been anything out of the normal
No,
for
this
them.
this might be the usual occurrence. Actually, Sunday night football.
Let's get high on cocaine and weed and fentanyl, apparently. I don't understand fentanyl.
I mean, fentanyl's like anytime you touch it, you're going to die.
Right. It was like,
and I'm like, how the hell do y'all use it?
How do you use fentanyl?
Like, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. I don't want it. I'm just like, anytime we watch the custom border protection shows,
right?
Like, oh, we got to put this behind the glass. We got to put a mask on. We got to put goggles, gloves.
Because if a little bit get on your skin,
you're dead. And then I'm just like, how the hell are we using 3 times more than the fentanyl we should be taking?
Which doesn't seem like it should be much.
Then you just take the pill, rub it on your face. Like, I don't know. I got questions. Okay, back to the murder mystery.
I mean, they're still investigating. They're waiting for the full toxicology report. But yeah, there was no gun. There was no wounds. There was no stab wounds.
It sounds like we may have partied a little too hard.
I don't know.
But it's interesting that they're in the backyard, though.
Right.
Like, did y'all go smoke a cig and then just die? And then maybe...
It's very strange.
I can see people not being coherent.
Yeah.
With that amount of drugs in you.
Or maybe like they did drugs before everybody was having a good time and he was like, I'm going to go to bed. And they was like, we want some more. And so they took more and then OD'd on it.
Yeah. But the one guy left.
He left. I don't know because he didn't. They
should test them.
Maybe they should. Or
test all of them.
Apparently he has been in trouble for drugs before too in the past. Oh. So everybody there likes to party.
This is a weird ass case.
It is. But I thought it's an interesting one. And I saw that they had the toxicology thing came out today. So I thought I'd update and talk about that.
Wow. That's very interesting.
Okay.
Sad, but interesting.
So last story.
Oh, he got 3.
I'm gonna try to make this one quick, y'all. So
Sean, make something short.
Yeah, I know. Shut up. So a lot of y'all know, if you are in the football world, you know that Travis Kelce. Good God.
He's looking at me like, I know, it's his story.
Travis Kelce is dating Taylor Swift. And NFL people are mad because they focus on her when she's at the games and not on the football game or whatever the fuck. Anyway, Taylor Swift being there has apparently pissed off Maga. They believe that she is a plant from the government and she has been put there in order to brainwash people into voting for President Biden.
How is she brainwashing people? By sitting in the press box, by making out with her man on the field, by holding his hand. How the fuck is that? Help me understand.
So they believe that she's a secret agent of the Pentagon, that she is bolstering her fan base in preparation for her endorsement of President Biden's re-election.
Wait, so you telling me Taylor Swift got credentials at the Pentagon?
Yes.
Okay.
This is their current theory.
She is more powerful than I thought.
So one of the other reasons why they think that they are a contrived couple that have been put together in order to bolster Biden into a presidential win. Now,
I gotta say, they kind of look like they in love.
Anyway, they're mad at Travis Kelce because he has an ad for a COVID vaccine, and you know how they feel about COVID and the vaccine. He also has a Bud Light commercial, which you know why they mad about that, because trans.
I love how somebody had so much time to put all this together.
And you won't believe who it is. Okay,
Fox
so
News.
Yeah, obviously. But one of them is the guy that was running for president, the one with the weird last name,
Okay,
the brown one.
That's not nice.
I don't know his name.
He's very extreme.
Exactly, him.
So he put all this together?
No, he's just one of the ones that is contributing to the theory.
He got a theory for everything.
I mean, true.
You took a sneeze, he's going to say, you got horse malaria or something.
So on Fox News, they said, it is suggested that the superstar is a Defense Department asset engaging in psychological warfare. He tied Mrs. Swift's political voice with her boyfriend's Pfizer endorsement to the remarkable success of her Eras tour, which bolstered local economies and landed her on the cover of Time magazine. He said, "Have you ever wondered why or how she blew up like this? Well, around 4 years ago, the Pentagon's Psychological Operations Unit floated, turning Taylor Swift into an asset during a NATO meeting."
NATO.
These people have lost their fucking minds.
He's the biggest conspiracy theorist. I think he's worse than Trump, honestly.
So basically, they're just mad at Taylor Swift because she has spoken up against Donald Trump numerous times. She wrote to him, I believe in the fight for, I have and always will cast my vote based on which candidate will protect and fight for the human rights I believe we all deserve in this country. I believe in the fight for the LGBTQ rights and that any form of discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender is wrong. She said, I believe that systematic racism we still see in this country towards people of color is terrifying, sickening, and prevalent.
Listen, I'm not a Swiftie.
I'm not a Swiftie either.
And I'm sure the MAS experience.
I mean, she has some bops, but I'm not a Swiftie.
The people know I'm not a Swiftie. But I am here for all the positive she does. And I said it when she came here for her concert that she donated money to food banks here. She's always doing great service and outspoken on the things that matter, human rights. But to think that this lady is working for the Pentagon, I mean, we're going to have the largest scale of voter fraud because so many of her fans are like fucking 12.
So here's the real piece of cake. They're all anticipating that this was, one, they think that the Chiefs winning was rigged so that they could get to the Super Bowl because they intend to think that Taylor will announce her push for Biden during the Super Bowl.
Last I checked, Usher was performing.
Right.
So when is she going to get on stage?
I don't know.
She's just going to run down there and take a microphone. She's going to storm the ref, take his microphone, turn it on and say,
vote for Biden.
This country has lost its goddamn mind. And if it does,
No, the MAGA people have lost their fucking mind.
I'm going to say country. At this point, I don't know who's right and who's wrong anymore. The craziness of all of this. Listen, I followed Bad Bunny and that girl's relationship very closely. I never saw love. These two, I feel like they're kind of in love.
It seems like it. And you know, if they break up, she'll have another album. But
she'll have another album.
That's her record.
Sold out tour.
Right.
Taylor Swift, please. The girl, yes, I ask myself too sometimes how she became famous so fast. And we won't talk about her music. But to think that it's a covert operation through the Pentagon is blowing my mind.
I thought y'all people were crazy before, but y'all for real. Like
Taylor Swift is popular because she creates poppy vibes. She got the teens and she continues to get the teens. Some of the teens from earlier are now adults. And she brings in adults too.
That's the thing. I feel like a lot of them are just worried because a lot of her fans are at voting age now, right? And yes, she is.
It doesn't mean all of them are Democrats or Republicans.
Exactly. But in their minds, they're like, she has great influence over her fans. So if she endorses Biden, then the younger people are more likely to vote for Biden. So that is why that's my thinking of why they have come up with this crazy conspiracy theory.
If Taylor Swift can do that, then maybe she should be president.
Taylor Swift,
because that is the biggest. We always talk about mobilizing people to vote. That is the biggest mobilization ever in history of America.
I would vote for Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I would too.
Over Donald Trump?
Yeah, I would. I won't bring up that man. I was watching an interview and he said he's a lifelong Republican. He said he would vote for a dead Biden over Trump any day. I'm going to leave it at that.
I mean, facts are facts.
Go ahead, Taylor Swift, do your thing, I guess. Maybe they need to work on mobilizing their people better.
Oh, and this also...
Get Chris Rock out or something.
Since this conspiracy theory came out...
Chris Rock, right?
Chris Rock, what?
Wait, I'm not confusing him for the comedian. Who's Chris Rock?
There's two Chris Rocks. There's a white one and a black one.
I'm talking about the one that shot his Bud Light.
Yep, that's the white one.
They need to mobilize him with it, since they're so scared of Taylor Swift all of a
So
sudden.
this also made it to the press secretary. Somebody asked the question.
Oh my God. This is why I said this country.
Somebody asked the question, would President Biden be meeting with Taylor Swift and Janine? Wait, is that her name? Anyway, she said, no, it's Jean. She said, I will no longer be divulging the president's calendar or talking about who he is meeting. And she shared her book and left.
She said, no, thank you. We're running out of time. Let's jump into what's your issue.
Bum, 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 bum. Why do you write like you're running out of time?
All right, that was a nice mixtape.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
I hope you enjoyed it too. I thought it was rather funny.
Speaking of enjoy, my issue this week is a happy one. Janet Jackson is going back. Oh.
I'm sorry. Am I not here? You just...
You said we were running out of time, so I was trying to speed run it.
Janet Jackson.
Janet is going back on tour. She is going out on the road again for an encore of the Together Again tour, hitting a bunch of other cities that she didn't do the first time around. So go get your tickets. It's a phenomenal show. Apparently the set list has changed. So if you've seen it, you might want to get tickets and see it again.
Go check it out. She might not be touring anymore after this.
I mean, who knows? I mean, hopefully we get an album, but you know.
Are you going?
I want to go. I looked at tickets today in Orlando. And you know, they're not half bad. It's kind of what I paid last time. So
But that stadium was way better.
it was. We'll see.
You can go see her in Tampa outside in the middle of summer.
I don't want to do that. I'd rather go to Orlando.
It's indoors.
Yeah, that's why.
It's a terrible stadium, but you know, it's like the Kia Forum now.
Mm-hmm. And I saw that when I was on Ticketmaster. I was like, Kia?
It's no longer Amway. It's no longer the Amways now.
It threw me off at first. I was
Kia,
like,
whatever center.
I was like, what does Kia have to do with this?
It's like here. I still call it the Ice Palace. It's not the
It's
Ice
been
Palace
changed so
anymore.
many times. It used to be the Tampa Bay Times Forum, the Ice Palace,
What is it called now?
Amalie Arena.
Oh, that. Got it. Well, do I got time?
Go ahead.
My issue today is not an issue. It is an issue. I got an issue with Jennifer Lopez. She put out
That's
this
Jenny from the block.
Jenny from the Block. I love me some Jenny the Block. I know you probably sitting there talking about this girl can't sing. Can't sing. And I get that. I know she can't sing. I don't expect Mariah Carey from J-Lo.
Why did you have to bring her up?
Because they love each other. Listen, I know J-Lo ain't got a phenomenal voice. What I expect from J-Lo is bops that I can rock to when I got a cocktail in my hand. You know, we're talking about somebody who gave us Don't Be Fooled by the Rocks That I Got. I'm still Jenny from the Block. Mm-hmm. And then you come out with this song, Can't Get Enough.
You know, I can't get enough. I love that shit.
And I'm just like, what is this weak ass single you have put out?
Wait, that's not the real issue. The issue is that she made you wait a year and some change for it.
You know, I had just forgotten that for about 20 seconds. She announced this motherfucking album in 2022.
We're in 2024.
She announced it in 2022 on Christmas.
Mhm.
Said that it would be coming out in 2023. There was radio silence. Then all of a sudden in December of 2023,
She was like, oh, I forgot.
she's like, first single comes out January 2024. And I'm just like, girl. And this is what she came out with. And I'm just so upset. Now it's tied to some big Amazon thing.
Mhm.
I think it's a full visual of the album.
She
I
gave
could
you a
be
Beyonce.
wrong. We have to wait till it comes out this month. I believe it's this month. Unless she pushes it back. But like, girl, I really needed a bop. And Can't Get Enough is not it. And then you put Lotto in it. Lotto. Whatever the fuck her name is.
Lotto.
And the song still don't sound any better. And I'm like, why would you do that? She was just sang with Mariah Carey, and then you going to invite her to your song. Now Mariah Carey, like, see that bitch always trying to do shit. And if you don't know, Mariah Carey and J-Lo are not friends.
Are they not? Or do they just not know
I don't
each
know
other?
her. And
But J-Lo says she does know her.
they've all been in the same room multiple times. You telling me if you were an up-and-coming celebrity and Mariah Carey, so you wouldn't try to glance through and try to meet her? Yes, you would, just like everybody else would. They got beef. Okay? Mariah, just be the queen. You can sing. You have beautiful vocals. J-Lo gives us dancing and the bops.
Yeah.
You know? Mariah gives us two-step. J-Lo gives us a whole show.
And that's, we have different entertainers for different reasons.
All I'm going to say is I hope Jennifer Lopez's album is a full album of like some bops, and maybe she just had to put this single out for whatever contractual agreement she had with Amazon. That's what I'm hoping for.
I'm hoping it's not the strongest song on the album. Because
Oh man, it's going to be bad. It's going to be, oh God, I hope it's not Love ? That album was not
Love
that
question
good.
mark had good songs on it.
Good songs. Thank you. That was it. Anyways, that's going to wrap up this week's disaster of a podcast.
It was not a disaster. It was fun. We had fun. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you enjoyed.
I had a lot of fun this episode.
It was fun.
Been a minute since we talked shit.
Yeah. And we don't have the pressure of being on camera today.
Don't have the pressure of being on camera. We may return next time with camera. Undecided.
We'll see. I have a lot of vlogs to do, y'all. So I needed to
We're
do some
behind,
editing.
y'all. We're behind on Virgin. We're behind on Amtrak.
It's coming, though. It's coming.
It's coming. It's going to be on YouTube. But we'll keep giving you audio stimulation if you come back and listen.
Yeah. So you can find us on Instagram, Threads, that place where Elon Musk likes to do shit.
Oh,
By
he was
using-
talking all kinds of bullshit on there today.
Oh
I
my God.
blocked him.
MASXP23. You can also find us on YouTube that way as well.
Yeah, and if you got a question, a query, or you want to cuss me the fuck out,
Ooh.
you can email me or us at Manny and Sean at gmail.com. MANNYANDSHAWN at gmail.com.
Yeah. So if you made it this far, why don't you leave us a like, write us a review? We strive for 5 stars here. If you enjoy the commentary, please do that for us. And also share us with your friends and family.
Share us with your friends. Share us
Or
with
your enemies, whoever.
who cares?
Your MAGA loving grandma.
Any engagement is better than none.
Because she's going to be like, who are them two queers talking about my president?
You're going to hell for that one.
But yeah, thank y'all for joining us. And we will see you next time.
We'll talk to you on the next one.
Remember, do something good for yourself.
And then do something good for someone else. Or be fucking selfish and just do it all for you.
No,
Yeah, it's all for you. You may be having a bad week.
I love that shit. No, I can't get it.
Oh my God. Shut that. I listened to the song. It's okay. I expect it took me 2 years to get the song. Like I expected more.
She was
What?
working on the video.
She's too busy riding Ben Affleck.
Oh, okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Donut.
We gotta go.
Donut commercial.
We gotta go.
Bye, y'all. Talk to you on the next one, I guess.